Breaking news that's shaking up America right now. Is your bank account ready for what could be the biggest stimulus windfall of 2025? You might want to sit down for this one, because what I'm about to share could put an extra $2,450 in your pocket this January. Hey there, fellow Americans. Before we dive deep into this game-changing announcement, take a second to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on crucial updates about your money and financial future. In a stunning development that's got everyone talking, former President Trump's proposed 2025 relief plan includes what might be the most generous stimulus package we've seen yet. But here's the real kicker: you need to know exactly how to qualify and what steps to take, or you might miss out on your share of this massive financial boost. Are you among the millions of Americans who could be eligible for this $2,450 payment? Let's break it down together. You might be wondering why this particular stimulus plan is different from anything we've seen before. Well, unlike previous stimulus packages, this proposed plan targets a broader range of Americans, including middle-class families who were often left out of past relief efforts. The plan, which has been making waves across both political aisles, represents what Trump's team calls a complete overhaul of how government assistance reaches everyday Americans. But here's what's really interesting: the distribution method could revolutionize how quickly you get your money. Think back to the chaos and delays of previous stimulus rollouts. Remember those anxious weeks of checking your bank account? This new system promises to be different. According to inside sources close to Trump's economic team, they've developed what they're calling a rapid deployment system that could get money into your account within days, not weeks or months. But there's a catch: you need to make sure your information is up to date and you meet the new qualification criteria. Speaking of qualifications, let's talk about who's eligible. This is where things get really interesting. Unlike previous stimulus packages that used strict income cutoffs, this proposed plan uses what's being called a sliding scale system. This means even if you're making more than you did during previous stimulus rounds, you might still qualify for a significant payment. But here's the million-dollar question: how do you make sure you're not left out? One of the most fascinating aspects of this proposed plan is how it takes into account the current economic climate. With inflation still affecting millions of Americans, the $2,450 amount wasn't chosen at random. It's based on comprehensive economic research looking at average household expenses in 2024 and projected needs for 2025. But what makes this even more interesting is how the plan adapts to different regional cost of living variations. Yes, you heard that right, where you live could actually affect your payment amount. Now, you might be thinking this sounds too good to be true. And you're right to be skeptical. We've all seen political promises come and go. But here's what makes this different: the plan has already gained surprising bipartisan support in preliminary discussions. Even traditional critics of stimulus payments are taking notice of the plan's innovative approach to economic relief. The question isn't just whether it will happen anymore, it's whether you'll be ready when it does. Let's talk about preparation. This is crucial, and it's where most people make mistakes that could delay their payment or even disqualify them entirely. First and foremost, you need to ensure your tax information is current. But there's more to it than just that. The proposed plan includes a new verification system that could require additional documentation. Don't worry, though, I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need and where to get it. One of the most overlooked aspects of this plan is its potential impact on local economies. Think about it: when millions of Americans suddenly have an extra $2,450 to spend, what happens to local businesses? Economic experts are predicting a significant boost to small businesses, particularly in sectors that have struggled since the pandemic. But here's something even more interesting: the plan includes specific incentives for spending the money locally. Could this be the boost your community needs? The timing of this plan is particularly significant. January 2025 isn't chosen randomly, it's strategically planned to provide relief during what's typically the most financially challenging month of the year. After the holiday season, when credit card bills start rolling in and winter heating costs are at their peak, this stimulus could be a lifeline for millions of families. But here's what you really need to know: there could be early registration requirements that you don't want to miss. Now, let's address some of the concerns and criticisms that have been raised. Yes, there are economists who worry about the impact on inflation. Yes, there are questions about the long-term implications for the national debt. But here's what makes this plan different: it includes specific measures designed to mitigate these potential negative effects. The real question is, can you afford to wait and see what happens while others are preparing to receive their payments? One of the most innovative aspects of this proposed plan is its integration with existing financial systems. Unlike previous stimulus payments that required separate distribution systems, this plan could utilize a network of participating banks and financial institutions to speed up the process. What does this mean for you? Potentially faster access to your money, but only if your banking information is properly set up in the system. The impact on different demographic groups is particularly noteworthy. Senior citizens, who often felt overlooked in previous stimulus programs, could see enhanced benefits under this plan. Working families with children might qualify for additional supplements. Even college students, who were largely excluded from past stimulus payments, could be eligible under certain conditions. The key question is, which category do you fall into, and what does that mean for your potential payment? Let's talk about the verification process, because this is where many people could run into problems if they're not prepared. The proposed plan includes a new digital verification system that's supposed to make the process faster and more secure. But here's the catch: you need to know how to navigate this system. Don't worry, though, because I'm going to share some insider tips that could save you hours of frustration and potential delays. One aspect that's generating a lot of buzz is the plan's approach to self-employed individuals and gig workers. Previous stimulus programs often left these groups in a gray area, leading to confusion and delays. The new plan includes specific provisions for independent contractors, freelancers, and small business owners. Could this finally be the recognition that America's growing independent workforce has been waiting for? The international implications of this plan are fascinating. Economic experts are already speculating about how a stimulus of this magnitude could affect global markets. Could this be the boost that not only helps American families but also strengthens the dollar? The timing, coinciding with various international economic developments, makes this particularly interesting to watch. Something that's not getting enough attention is the plan's potential impact on the housing market. With many Americans still struggling with mortgage payments and rent, this stimulus could provide crucial relief. But there's more to it. The plan includes specific provisions that could help prevent foreclosures and evictions. The real question is, how could this affect your housing situation? Let's discuss the technology behind the distribution system, because this is truly revolutionary. The proposed plan includes what's being called a smart distribution system that uses advanced algorithms to determine not just eligibility but also optimal payment timing. Think about it: instead of everyone getting their payments on the same day and crashing the system, this could be a smooth, organized rollout that ensures everyone gets their money when they need it most. The environmental aspects of this plan are surprisingly forward-thinking. By prioritizing digital payments and reducing paper checks, the distribution system could save thousands of trees and reduce carbon emissions from mail delivery. But here's what's really interesting: there are potential bonuses for those who choose eco-friendly payment methods. Could this be the push we need toward a more sustainable financial system? One of the most crucial aspects of this plan is its fraud prevention measures. After the lessons learned from previous stimulus programs, this new system includes sophisticated security features to prevent identity theft and fraud. But here's what you need to know: these security measures mean you'll need to be extra careful about how you verify your identity and submit your information. The educational component of this plan is particularly innovative. Unlike previous stimulus programs that simply sent out money, this plan includes resources for financial literacy and investment education. Could this be the opportunity you've been waiting for, to not just receive financial help, but also learn how to make your money work harder for you? Let's talk about the timeline, because this is where things get really interesting. While the main payment is scheduled for January 2025, there are potential early registration bonuses. Yes, you heard that right. Being prepared and registering early could actually increase your payment amount. But here's the catch: you need to know exactly when and how to register. The impact on credit scores is something that's not being discussed enough. Unlike loans or traditional government assistance, these stimulus payments won't affect your credit score. But here's what's really interesting: the plan includes provisions that could help you use this money to actually improve your credit score if you know what you're doing. One of the most exciting aspects of this plan is its potential long-term effects on American families. This isn't just about immediate relief, it's about giving families the breathing room they need to make better financial decisions. Could this be the opportunity you've been waiting for to start that emergency fund, pay off high interest debt, or maybe even start investing? The mental health benefits of financial relief shouldn't be overlooked. Studies have shown that financial stress is one of the leading causes of anxiety and depression in America. This stimulus plan could provide more than just monetary relief, it could give millions of Americans the peace of mind they desperately need. But the question remains, are you ready to make the most of this opportunity? As we wrap up this deep dive into Trump's 2025 relief plan, remember that knowledge is power, but only if you act on it. The $2,450 stimulus check could be a game changer for you and your family, but only if you're prepared. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel and have notifications turned on, because I'll be bringing you regular updates as more details of this plan emerge. This isn't just about getting a check, it's about being part of what could be the most significant economic relief program in recent American history. The question isn't whether you'll qualify, it's whether you'll be ready when the time comes. Stay tuned, stay informed, and most importantly, stay prepared. Your financial future might just depend on it.